from FIRAS El Echi. He's our European football journalist. Good to have you on the program. What do you make of this move? I mean, we'd be expecting it, but this is surely huge for the Italian league.
It is huge for the Italian league. All the stocks are going up, which is not surprising for a super football star like Ronaldo. You know, the most followed on social media, all the sponsors, all the industry behind Cristiano Ronaldo. So it's going to be very interesting for El Calcio Serie A and for Juventus. That is on the economical level, but also on the football that we're going to be watching all along the season. It is interesting, however, that Real Madrid announced the deal before Juventus. So they announced that they sold Cristiano Ronaldo before Juve. That was a bit surprising, and it felt a little harsh, you know, for Cristiano Ronaldo to leave like that, for a legend, for someone who broke all the records for Real Madrid, to leave like that is a little sad. But it's great news for people living in Torino and Juventus fans around the world.
And how do you think Real Madrid are likely to fill that void left by Ronaldo? Because already there's talk that Neymar would be bought from PSG, but I mean, who's your ideal candidate to replace him at Real Madrid?
He is. They play in the same position. Neymar looks like the future guy. Florentino Perez, the whole thing and the whole fight with Ronaldo was about looking ahead at the future and looking in for a long-term solution. And Neymar looks like the answer for that. But it's still just rumors. I remember in the beginning of the season, one of my friends who's an insider in PSG told me that Neymar left Barcelona to PSG only to join Real Madrid later. And that was like 7 months ago. And I thought, oh, this is a guy trying to sound interesting, but here we are facing this reality, and that will be tragic for PSG and for the whole city of Paris. But yeah, Neymar looks like the perfect candidate. However, there are other names on the list. Mbappe might be in contact with Real Madrid, even though the club denied that, and there will be other candidate, of course, in case the Neymar deal doesn't take place.
I mean, it's well documented that Ronaldo has broken Juve hearts in the Champions League, but I mean, with all of that in mind, what kind of impact do you think he'll be having at the club now?
I think with Ronaldo and Dybala and all the other players, we're looking at a very strong team to try to win the Champions League. I think Juventus has the traditions, has the name. You know, they have young players coming up, but then they need that leader, that superstar. That was what was missing with Juve to actually win this title. I think they're mature enough, and I think they are good, that they can go out and play in Europe and actually win the whole thing. I think Real Madrid is going to suffer for the next few seasons. I'll be surprised if Real Madrid, you know, keeps on their good rally, because Zidane is gone, Ronaldo is gone, so they need to rebuild the team. Barcelona are not having their best days, and except for those two teams, I don't think anyone can stand in the face of Juve. So yeah, Ronaldo is the guy who can lead Juventus to another Champions League, and maybe another Champions League for Ronaldo too.
Firas, there's a very, very interesting prospect, and that is that Ronaldo could be running out for Juventus against Real Madrid in the International Champions Cup fixture. How do you see that going for him?
Sorry, I couldn't hear that question.
If Ronaldo runs out for Juventus against Real Madrid in the preseason friendly in Washington on August the 4th, how do you see that going for him?
It will be interesting. There will be a lot of media around it. There will be a lot of sponsors trying to profit from that. But I don't think it will be interesting in terms of the game and in terms of the technicality of it. You know, Ronaldo and all these players, when they're playing that championship, they're on a semi-vacation. They're not giving it all. They don't care about the results. Often we see huge, you know, losses for big teams in these little championships. They're still not giving it all in these kind of summer, you know, leagues. So it will be interesting. It will be interesting for the media and for us to monitor, but technically I don't think there will be a lot going on the pitch.
Interesting times ahead. Appreciate that. FIRAS El Echi, European football journalist, talking to us from Paris. Thanks a lot. And that is